It's the last show of the year. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC Vegas 17 between Stephen Thompson and Geoff Neal. Thompson, who is coming off an impressive win over Vicente Luque last year, will be looking to reestablish himself as one of the division's top contenders for the title when he takes on a southpaw. And of course, Thompson is unofficially 1-1 against UFC southpaws, but yes, he will be taking on a young and hungry southpaw this Saturday against Neal. Neal, who has looked all but impressive since stepping off the scene of the Contender Series, he's reeled off 5 straight, finishing 4 of those. Of course, Neal represents Texas, Fortis MMA, and is under the care of Saif Saud. At the time of this video, the odds makers in public are currently favoring Neal at -120 with the comeback of the veteran Thompson in the neighborhood of +100. Now, it can be disrespectful, it can maybe be surprising to see a former title challenger as the underdog to a guy like Neal, but Neal, for those who have been watching, have been impressive every step of the way. Neal will have a master strategist in Saif Saud in his corner, and if you look at who's done well against Stephen Thompson, well, whether it's Din Thomas, Duke Rufus, etc., those master strategists have come in handy against the karate master. Now, Neal, I'll be looking for him to use more right hands. Of course, all but the Darren Till knockdown in round 5, all the knockdowns and the lone knockout that Thompson has sustained have been by right hands. Neal, of course, is very left-hand happy. Also be looking to see if Neal looks to close the distance or blitz whenever Thompson is in the same stance. Of course, all his knockdowns and the lone knockout, except for the lone 5th round knockdown at UFC 209 opposite Tyron Woodley, all came when Thompson was in the same stance of his opponent. However, I'll actually be siding with the vet here. Maybe it's the Kempo Karate black belt bias at play, but I do suspect Thompson, akin to other traditional martial artists like Lyoto Machida, will keep the open stance. He'll probably fight more from orthodox, in other words, in this matchup. Do not be surprised to see that. Body work, leg work will be well worth looking for from both parties, but I feel like the counters of Thompson at range can make Neal uncomfortable. Neal, for all his strengths, has shown some signs of uncomfortability against perhaps more experienced strikers at range, perhaps more strikers that are comfortable with the countering. Well, that is Stephen Thompson in spades, ladies and gentlemen. So Thompson could very well lose this fight, but if he can survive the scares early and if he can avoid getting taken down in the small cage, which is going to favor Neal, mind you, and avoid those nasty elbows from Neal, I do think Thompson can win this. I do think he can win this under the 4.5 rounds that's listed by Vegas for you total players out there. Either way, keep it locked, MMA Junkie, for the results all weekend long.